Welcome to a Reddit and Read video. Now, those living in California, how do you feel about the PG&E power outage to prevent wildfires? Fuck PG&E. It takes me back to the 90s when Enron would flip the power on and off. It also underscores why utilities have no business being profit-based ventures. All that said, it's appropriate to be proactive, and that must be very disorienting for most people. I used to live there. I'd occasionally get scared because most of the time they don't have notices. Mildly irritated, but I understand, sorta. See y'all in a few days. It's a bit frustrating. Lots of restaurants in my town are going to take a massive hit for a bit. Friend of mine is on a CPAP machine in an apartment building, so they're a lot more frustrated than me. We have a generator for TV and the refrigerators, so it isn't all bad on my front. I'm sure generator companies are dancing all the way to the bank. Am I paranoid, or do you think California will take over PG&E? Is it a power play to get us pissed at the government? How much of an economic hit is this going to be? Other states don't have this problem this year. We have the smartest companies in the world. Highest taxes. Why should this happen? Too many lawyers. What's different now compared to 20 years ago? Maybe if they shared a plan on how to improve the electric grid. That would be something. Just turning off power to hundreds of thousands of people isn't a plan, it's a reaction. They can't do this every year. Well, I guess they can, since most people have no choice in power companies and PG&E basically owns the infrastructure. I think it's a sign of incompetence. A few small-scale power outages in the name of repairing the infrastructure is tolerable. But that's not what they're doing here. They're just going to shut it down without attempting any kind of maintenance beyond the possibility of damaged equipment during the windstorm this year. The real annoying part, areas that aren't going to be heavily affected by the windstorm are still getting shut off. It's ridiculous. They're being, rightfully, sued because they started the fires last year. And now they're filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Of course, the CEO, Bill Johnson, will get his $2.5 million salary, plus company perks, no matter what the outcome. Between the gas to drive over an hour away at 4 in the morning and the generator I had to buy, I'm feeling about $1,000 lighter in the pockets. Power just came back on amusingly. I say that because the wind is just now starting to pick up. Irritating but understandable. As long as the rain is true, I don't have much of a moral qualm with it. But I'm a distrusting fuck, so yeah? Just a way to punish Californians for suing FEMA this year. A way to say, see, we're doing what you want. Now are you happy? Evidenced by announcing that the outages would start at midnight when it's dark and inconvenient, instead of starting them when it's daylight and customers can adjust to the change better. I mean, it's not going to be that crazy, but it will be weird. I live in Humboldt County and can remember a storm in 2004 that knocked out power for 4 or 5 days. I'm just pissed that we weren't included in the blackout area until 7 p.m. tonight, 5 hours before the power would be shut off. An outage map from PG&E that was put out last night listed us as not included. It would have been nice to have had more than 5 hours to prepare. Edit. Far north in California. 6 hours north of San Francisco and right on the coast. I feel helpless. Like there isn't anything I can do to change my situation. I live in a rural area and this will be my 3rd shut off. When they shut my power, since I'm on a well, I can't shower. I don't have many trees around my property, so my house just bakes in the sun, leaving my poor animals with no cool places to hang out. I've been spending less time with my son, since I don't want him to deal without basic necessities like a bath. So I have his dad watch him until I get power again. The winds we're having aren't anything crazier than we've had before. The last shut-off, I think the max wind speed was 5 miles per hour. It's just PG&E basically saying, We fucked up. We don't want to pay a shit ton of money again. So now we take your power and increase your rates so even when you do have power you're still paying for time lost. Pretty sketch tbh. Driving north along the 101 in the North Bay, signs talk about power outages and road closures. I didn't hear about this until a couple of hours ago. I was volunteering at the Mill Valley Film Festival and some of the members were complaining about the upcoming outage. They're worried about how it's going to impact the festival. It is what it is. But something smells fishy. I'm all for being proactive and working to sustain the environment. But this feels like it was dropped on us out of the blue. SMH PG&E. I am pissed off personally. First, they burned down hundreds of homes last year and now instead of doing the smart thing in putting all their cables underground, they are just gonna avoid the problem and turn the power off. Underground lines would prevent fires easy. They are just not willing to spend the money that we paid them to actually do their jobs. So in essence, fuck PG&E. A stupid, horrible monopoly that we are stuck with. What a shit use of tax money. Scared. Home gas prices go up and now threatening to shut off power. Coincidence? I am sure. PG&E is fucking trash. Power is going off in 15 minutes here in Placerville. Not windy at all. Anyone who thinks this about anything other than money is currently storing their head in an inappropriate place. Thanks for watching a Reddit and Read video. Make sure to like and subscribe for new content.